Okay guys, you just need to know, flying sometimes is chaos. It's chaos. Love that for me, love that for my life. Sometimes it feels like you're on a grand adventure, but other times it's just stressful. Hi. What's up? I'm still in Cancun. I just want to talk about this because, guys, we had a crazy IROC last night, so I want to tell you about it. So if you're interested in like a Cancun story time, let's do it. So basically there's things that you need to know, and that is there's a lot of rules in aviation about how long you can work during the day and how many days in a row that you can work, and you get scheduled to work around that kind of stuff. But sometimes shit goes awry, and yesterday shit went awry. So let's back up and I'll explain. And yesterday was day 5 of 5. So yesterday, 2 nights ago, we arrived in Cancun. We had 24 hours in Cancun. Yay! And then the plan was to fly Cancun to Vancouver and then Vancouver to Calgary. So I'm chilling, having some beach time. I see my flights being delayed. We call crew scheduling. Get our departure extended from the hotel. Because why do I want to go to the airport 5 hours early? I'm not a passenger, I'm at work. The problem, and if you're wondering, hey, we are not better than us, blah, blah, blah. The issue is, as soon as I arrive at the airport, I'm on duty, which means my day, the amount of time I can work, that clock starts ticking at my check-in time. And on some days when you're flying, you don't want that clock to start ticking, because if you're at the airport for 5 or 6 hours, you can only make it so many hours. So anyway, we get a couple of extra hours in the sun, laying by the pool, life is good. Love it. I'm at Hotel A. The rest of my crew is at Hotel B because I'm on a pairing where I'm the 4th flight attendant. Some aircrafts that I fly require 3, some require 4. Sometimes you get a pairing where you're just flight attendant number 4. So I meet my crew at the airport. We board the plane. We do our checks, we do our stuff. Passengers have to get bussed out to the plane because the bridge is broken. Not a problem. So we get on the plane. Everyone gets on the plane. We get all settled in. We're not completely full. People are moving seats. Like Cancun to Vancouver is a 6-hour flight, sometimes a 7-hour flight, depends on the winds. So we're on the plane. We go to close up and something is wrong. We are manifested for more people than we have on board. Now you're probably wondering why that's a problem, but there's a myriad of reasons why that's a problem. 1, you can't come into another country, i.e. come back to Canada, when you have the wrong count. If you say you have 140 people, you need to have 140 people, or 140 souls, you have 140. So we had a couple of issues going on, but in the end, the computer said we had a different amount than the actuality of people. And it was taking hours to sort that out, hours. Operations says, fuck it, close the door, just go. Because we've been delayed a couple of hours, right? So 1, the plane was delayed to begin with because of crew problems leaving Vancouver, because the plane flew down from Vancouver. You can only fly for so many hours. Sometimes your day gets pushed. Then, we're already a couple hours late. Then we get on the plane and the manifest doesn't add up. That's a problem. Finally, we sort all that, whatever. Then we push back. Okay? We're sitting there and the engines, I hear it, I know it, something's going on. Not a problem with the engines, but you can tell that the pilots are going through a checklist because the plane noises aren't right. And you can tell as a flight attendant sometimes when you back up and then there's a pause and then things are going on, like when you don't do the normal operations of how things go, there's always a chance that something's going wrong. And the way we backed up and we sat, and that I was like, there's a mechanical, I know there's a mechanical. A couple couple minutes later, ding dong, it's front end telling us there's a mechanical, we have to return to gate. Now, in theory, that's an easy thing. You just drive back up to the gate, right? But it's not a fucking driveway, that's the problem. So now, because for us to drive up to the gate, we need all of the ground people to return, all of the gate people to return, all of that stuff. So that takes half an hour. So get back to the gate. Now we need stairs to be brought because remember, our bridge is broken. Well, let me gate because we need maintenance. We're in Mexico. We don't have maintenance in Mexico. So we're calling people. They have to sort all that stuff out. You can't fly a plane that is broken. So anyway, we go back to the gate. We got to work at 5:15 Cancun time. No, 4:15 Cancun time. And now we're at like 7 or 8 o'clock. We haven't gone anywhere. We're just sitting there trying to figure out what to do. Anyway, turns out that the mechanical issue that was wrong with the airplane is something that we can't fix in Mexico. So we need parts. So those parts need to come down. So they cancel the flight. These poor passengers, they have been at the airport for 8 or 9 hours now, and now they're not going anywhere. I have never seen such sweet passengers ever in my life. Like, when the manifest was wrong, people were volunteering their check-in stories as to why maybe it might have been a problem, and then why maybe their check-in was weird, etc., trying to figure out any way that we can get up and leave. And at one point, like, there's kids on the plane, so at one point we pulled the plug. We're not doing this. You people are going to a hotel. Well, we don't pull the plug. I personally, as a flight attendant in the back of the aircraft, don't pull the plug, but that's what happens. And we end up, that whole group of people go to a hotel for the night, and the crew now is going to spend another night in Cancun. Now you're probably wondering, fuck man, I would love an extra night in Cancun. No. Mentally prepared for 5 days of flying. I am mentally prepared for the amount of days I need to be on the road, and if I'm on the road more than that, I don't want to be there. Like, I'm in Cancun right now. I don't want to be in Cancun. What I want to be is sleeping in my own bed. I want to have clean clothes. I want my luggage. I'm ready for, I pack underwear like I'm going to shit myself, so I'm not like overly concerned about the extent of me staying here. Like, physically I can do it. It's just, I don't want to be here. Where I want to be is at home in my own bed. And I think that, like, it's not as much fun. I know I could never articulate in a way that anyone else would understand why it's annoying. Like, I had 24 hours off and then another pairing. So now I'm on flying day 6 of day 5. And I'm missing a whole other pairing of work, which I'll get paid for. This is not my fault. But then I only get 20, like, it's all a mess. And now I'm here and I just want to be home, I have no idea how all of those passengers are going to get home. I know that I'm doing a direct flight to Calgary this evening, so I won't get home till like 10 o'clock tonight. And I'm stuck. So, that's what happens sometimes when you IROP. Now they're going to reschedule everybody, much like they reschedule the crew, and sometimes it works in the crew's favor, sometimes it doesn't. Every one of our bases, there are people on standby and on reserve and on call, so this is easily fixable for sure. You could send a rescue flight down and send everybody home. You could rebook people on other flights. The thing with rebooking people on other flights, which if you've ever had an IROP, an irregular operation situation, you would know. Sometimes you don't get home the way that you had originally booked to get home. And so maybe you were gonna do Cancun direct to Vancouver, and now you're doing Cancun, Toronto, Vancouver, because they're just gonna get people home as quick as they can get them home. It doesn't mean that they're doing a direct flight, because maybe they're in a direct flight today, Anyway, I'm at a hotel we don't normally stay at, and there's no beach nearby. And I'm just getting up and starting my day. So I gotta go find some food and some breakfast and maybe some sunshine. I don't know. My head feels like it's gonna explode. My ears hurt. So we'll see where this day takes us, but it's an IRAP situation. If you like more stories like this, tune in next time. You know, guys, in the end, I'm still gonna go home, and the real truth is, life is what you make it. There's a lot of things I could have done. Last night I was really tired, and this morning I was really tired, and I continue to be really tired, but I chose to get up, and I chose to go to the store, and I chose to get a nice coffee, all things I like. I chose to put my bathing suit on and go down to the pool, and I chose to hang out with the rest of the crew that were stranded here. And now I'm up in my room. I'm put my uniform on, even though I don't have to. I put it on so I can get through security easier. And then I'm gonna go into the airport and put my civvies on so I can be comfortable for the flight. And I'm deadheading home on the Dreamliner, and I'm literally gonna edit videos, or maybe I'm gonna read my book, or maybe I'm gonna watch my movie. But either way, I'm gonna have a good time. And you choose to be in the mental space you wanna be in. If you wanna choose to be miserable, that's on you. Yeah, life throws you shit, and you can choose how you deal with that shit. I've dealt with so much in the last 8 months, I can't even explain to you, but I can appreciate what I have. And the moral of this story is, don't choose to be a raging asshole. Just choose to find happiness. Choose to find the joy. Choose to find the one fucking good thing that's in the situation that can make it better, instead of harping on the bad things. Because when you start harping on the bad things, you find more bad things and more bad things and more bad things. And in the end, I don't want to fucking live that life. I just want to have the good things. And I'm going to choose to focus on that. Anyway, this took a weird turn, this video, but here we are. I'm going back to Canada. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.